I was having a conversation with my maintenance man, right? And we was pretty much talking about, because I asked, I'm like, bro, why is there so many people moving out?
Housing, food, transportation, healthcare, other expenses, everything has went up. The Federal Reserve is really in a pickle right now. They can't cut rates to stimulate an economy right now because it's very weak and it's very stunted. And they also can't raise rates without triggering a recession.
Because every time I open this app, I am told that groceries are too expensive, gas prices are too high, that the price of fast food are too high, and they've gone up 1,000,000% in the last 10 years, that it's too expensive to travel, that it's too expensive to do anything when you leave your home.
I keep talking about the economy on this page, and it's because it's really like affecting everybody. Most people, I'll say that, because apparently on one of my last posts, so many people are doing just fine. My message to you and those people who are doing amazing, thriving, making tons of money, thriving, humble yourself because it could happen to you.
Look, the economy fed up, people fed up, everybody's over this whole war situation, and let's jump right into it.
Hey, look, so I was having a conversation with my maintenance man, right? And we was pretty much talking about, because I asked, I'm like, bro, why is there so many people moving out? And he's like, bro, everybody getting kicked out. I'm like, damn, why? It's like, bro, ain't nobody paying their rent. And it made me think, like, bro, this economy is getting wicked. It's wicked out here. Like, it's spooky. Like, prices is going up. Like, apartments, 1-bedroom apartments, like 16, 1700. Especially, like, I'm in a nice area, so, like, apartment, like 16, 1700. I'm like, so it could be tough on people, especially, like, if you working paycheck to paycheck, right? And you got kids and you're not making a decent amount of money, it can be really tough on people. And on top of that, we was talking, and he was saying, like, he knew someone that makes 6 figures, and he still working paycheck to paycheck. So when he said that, I'm like, hold on now. He making 6 figures, and he still working paycheck to paycheck? I'm like, all right, now, it's gotta, like, he gotta be living above his means, because ain't no way you telling me he making 6 figures, and he living paycheck to paycheck. But then again, like, you never know someone's situation. But I don't know. It's just crazy that you making 6 figures and you working paycheck to paycheck. Y'all let me know. For real.
Yeah, man, it's like, bro, y'all gotta think. Inflation, like this thing been stacking little by little by little. It was just a matter of time till the whole Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, all came crashing down. And like you said, you know, apartments 1,700, 1 bedroom, 1,700 and up. You know what I'm saying? That's just the apartment. That's not including all the extra expenses. Used to be 500 back in the days. You know what I'm saying? In Dominican Republic, I'm at right now, it's cheap. You know, you can find you something for my dog, his apartment, 180. You know what I'm saying? He like 180, 200, something like that. Mine, I'm paying 2 bedroom, 400 right now. Living room, kitchen, balcony, $400. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everything's super high, bro. We all about tired. That's why I said, bro, I think I got tired. I miss the U.S. I miss certain things about the U.S., but it's no way, bro, that I'm gonna just be getting all my money away to the States, bro. It's just no way, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got people out here trying to save and for a better future, but people right now don't even see a future. They can't even see. Some people can't see tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like the next hour, they don't know where they're gonna be at in a minute. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how bad the economy is, bro. Like, let me just keep it moving, bro. But like he said, dude too, making 6 figures, that just means he just don't want to downgrade. And that's when a lot of people get stuck in that little hamster wheel after you acquire so much. You spend your whole life acquiring things, it's hard to let go. Especially in times like this, you just in times like this, it's just you don't know if it's gonna go completely sour or it's gonna jump back. And right now we in that threshold. People they don't know if things gonna jump back the way it was, so they trying to hold on to everything they acquired versus downsizing. You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't want to do that right now. Some people gonna find out. Let's just keep it moving.
So I feel like when we talk about federal minimum wage, we kind of skip over the conversation of purchasing power, which is like very relevant to the conversation. So in 1938, that was the first time they ever established a federal minimum wage. It was set at 25 cents an hour. Today, almost 90 years later, it's only went up $7. It is $7.25 an hour. Some people will look at that and say, oh, okay, well, if you do the math, it's a 2,800% increase. Technically, that's right. But that number means absolutely nothing without looking at what that money can actually buy. Purchasing power. So purchasing power is the amount of goods and services that your money can actually buy. So in simple terms, it's going to answer that question of how much life can I afford with the money that I earn? So 25 cents in 1938 had the purchasing power of roughly $5.90 in today's money. But this ignores another important concept, which is cost of living. This is the amount of money that's required to afford basic necessities. Housing, food, transportation, healthcare, other expenses, everything has went up.
So basically, she right. I mean, it's just you can't with the minimum wage. The game is always rigged, bro. With minimum wage, it's never meant to. Society is never meant for us to beat the game. It's never like, okay, we're gonna pay you this much and you don't gotta work no more in 10, 20 years. No, that's not how life works. They want you to keep being stuck in a loop where you gotta keep depending on the system. They don't want you getting more and then be able to upgrade your lifestyle when they don't have employees. You know, this ain't no just come in for a little bit and leave. No, it's like you need to stay in this cycle of this ritual. You know what I'm saying? So as inflation rises, the minimum wage rises with the inflation, but the minimum wage is always just below the inflation. You know what I'm saying? When inflation rises, minimum wage rises, but it's never, you still have to pay out. Everything rises. Food rises. Clothes rises. Departments or houses rise. You know what I'm saying? Everything rises, bro. You know what I'm saying? So keep it moving.
Are you ready for the Fed to make money more expensive to use next week? Let's talk about it. The Federal Reserve is really in a pickle right now. They can't cut rates to stimulate an economy right now because it's very weak and it's very stunted. And they also can't raise rates without triggering a recession. If they cut rates, they're going to trigger inflation. And if they raise rates, they're going to trigger a recession. So they're really in a pickle. The best bet is that they're probably going to stay where they are and just let it climb. Really, that's really what I'm thinking is going to happen. Yeah, so when rates go up, that means your credit card bill goes up, the interest rate on your credit card bill goes up, the interest rate on your car loan goes up, your loans go up, your mortgage rates go up. It just becomes more expensive.
Basically, like she said, they can't cut interest rates, right? Because everything is rising. This is what I just said. Like, everything is rising. Like, if they do anything, the market is going to crash. Like, it's nothing they can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the global, what is it called? The global credit, the money we owe, it's like, what? How much is it? Billions, trillions of dollars, bro. We owe so much. And to whom we owe it to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that money belongs to us, the people. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because all that tax money they done taxing us and being giving that money to different countries and we owing this person and you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the dollar is done. It's a done deal. There's no more they can print. They printing more money. They're definitely going to tank it. You get what I'm saying? So, I just keep
someone explain what's going on here? Someone's lying, and I don't know who it is, because every time I open this app, I am told that groceries are too expensive, gas prices are too high, that the price of fast food are too high, and they've gone up 1,000,000% in the last 10 years, that it's too expensive to travel, that it's too expensive to do anything when you leave your home. On the other hand, whenever you do leave your house, anywhere you can think of that you can get in line to spend money, yeah, there's a line there. Doesn't matter where it is. Any fast food joint, any store, anywhere you go, there are people lining up, willingly handing out money to buy whatever it is. Airports, yeah, they're packed. Every plane's full. You go out on the road, there's traffic everywhere. Concerts, sold out. Every possible sporting event you can think of, yeah, it's sold out. From my personal point of view, I have multiple businesses that sell things to people that are not essential, and guess what? They've never done better. I sell retired Lego sets to people for a lot of money, and guess what? They fly off the shelves. I have a supplement business that is for golfers, okay? It has never done better. I can't keep stuff in stock. As hard as I try, no matter how.
Okay, with this guy, he's pretty much saying like, he pretty much saying stop letting financial literate people fool you. Which, that can be true too, but at the same time, this guy, he's just trying to sell you something, products, whatever. But people are using credit cards. You know what I'm saying? People are using credit cards. People are using a little bit of their money they do have to spend money on things they kind of can make them happy for the moment. People spend money, even when inflation comes. People still spend money. But the only difference is people just spend money on things they care about the most right now. Before, people were spending money on just whatever. Oh, I'm just gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this because it's new. I'm gonna buy this just because. You know what I'm saying? You got new J's come out. You know what I'm saying? I just bought new J's 2 years ago. I'll buy them again. But it's like, bro, people now are spending money on things that necessities they need at the moment, even if it makes them feel good for that second. You know what I'm saying? You only got $5 in your pocket, $10 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna buy that meal that's gonna make you go get $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that, you think of that meal, like that meal gonna get me right. Or I'm gonna buy this, whatever he's selling it, however he can sell it. You know what I'm saying? For the moment, this is gonna make you want to get $10,000 in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? If you get this thing here, it's gonna motivate you. I know, like I said, especially food. Food's selling out right now. If people online and hungry, bro, you see some food come across your timeline, automatically most people going to get something to eat, bro. People going to get food. But let's keep it moving, man.
In 2026, there is no such thing as loyalty to an employer. I don't know any career right now that anyone should be like diehard loyal to. There's so many people getting laid off, getting let go with no explanation aside from reorg, redundancy, nothing, no heads up, especially for people who've been in organizations for years, 20 years, like their whole entire career at a certain company, getting let go. I see it all the time, constantly on LinkedIn. I was impacted by layoffs in 2022. And ever since then, it's been like, okay, there is no such thing as loyalty. I'm not saying don't go to work and do what you're supposed to do and make sure you're giving you're putting your best foot forward. I do that. And I'm going to do that in any role that I take on, whether that's career, mom, whatever. But there is no loyalty. If I were to get another job offer, better job offer, I'm going to consider it. I mean, I'm talking about even down to hospitals are laying off employees.
But like I said, ain't nobody loyal to a job. And like I said, if minimum wage was above inflation, like if minimum wage was above the economy, like I said, above the economy, people would leave. People would get their money from that job and leave that job. The job don't want you to leave. And then even in a bad economy, people don't want to stay at jobs that they just don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? People get jobs for the moment. Gig jobs, you know what I'm saying? They come in and come out. A lot of gig jobs don't want you to leave. They want you to stay. You You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got to do the whole hiring process. They got to hire somebody to hire you. You know, they got to have these apartments over here and this apartment over here, and all that costs money. That costs money. So either way, nobody wants to stay in none of these jobs. But that's the thing about it: a winning economy or a bad economy. Nobody wants to stay put at anything they have to do. That's the whole point of the rat race, the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would be a part of the hamster wheel if they had the money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would be a part of anything if they already have the money. People are forced into these jobs. You know what I'm saying? People are forced into the gig economy. People are forced into the whole working system. You get what I'm saying? So
it's really insane. I keep talking about the economy on this page, and it's because it's really like affecting everybody. Most people, I'll say that, because apparently on one of my last posts, so many people are doing just fine. My message to you and those people who are doing amazing, thriving, making tons of money, thriving, humble yourself, because it could happen to you. Not saying that I want it to, not saying that it will, but it can. So I think everyone should be kind of like walking in gratitude, being humble, because no one is safe. There is no loyalty to a company, to a job in today's economy. Even if you're an entrepreneur, you're relying on customers and people who work to make income to pay for your products or services. So nobody is safe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and make sure y'all follow my page for more.
like you said, nobody is safe. You know, anything can happen to anybody, bro. We all have been put into some type of circumstance. You know what I mean? If you've really been through something, we all have been through some type of circumstance that it wasn't in our best interest. You know what I mean? Like, we all go through it. So, like you said, you gotta humble yourself at times, but you can't stay in that position. But like I said, like she said, you know, it happens to the best of us. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna drop another video. I'm gonna drop part 2 of this. I was just scrolling on TikTok and all that. Let me just make a couple videos about this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna drop part 2. I'm gonna drop another part. If this part do good, I'll drop another part. Y'all make sure y'all put a comment in the comment section, like, share, subscribe, do all that for me to support the page. It's hard enough as it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all support the page. Support it any way you can. You know what I mean? But you got no time at +727. Let's go.